This man has never knocked nobody out cold. He's a bully. He's slow. He has no skill, no footwork. He's awkward. And I have been given him a name. Because he fights. When he's fighting, if you ever watch him in the ring, he drags like that after his opponent. and how's a mummy gonna catch me?
And all I had to do was to go out and beat for a man who had no skill, no class. Seriously, the man had no skill. I don't know why the world is so foolish to believe in him and think that I wasn't going to win.
Well, when you say you're ready to go to war right now,
I see that guy on the street, I beat him before the fight.
you'd actually take him on before the fight?
Beat him like I'm his daddy.
All the basketball players out there, football players, they want to beat so bad, they want to get everybody. I'll go to Mars, I don't care.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
Yo, good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday, and hey, welcome to another episode of Lights Out Sports Debates, where we dare you and everyone else who wants to debate. And hey, join here. Looks like we got a full house. People pulling up. Obviously, I'm T Perfect. We've got Dart in the building, along with King Speech Row and Mr. Armani Viz. I'm saying Viz correctly. and hey, who got just pulled up too. So these will be, as you guys can see, we're going to be judging or debating today who had the greater, keyword greater playoff run, individual playoff run between 2023 Nikola Jokic and 2010 Kobe Bean Bryant. So we'll let everyone introduce themselves. Again, T Perfect, how you doing, Dart?
I'm doing great, and I know that I'm going to have this debate in the bag. I will be arguing that Jokic had a greater playoff run in 2023. I don't think this debate is going to be close. I think I've got all the bells and whistles to stop any sort of debate, any sort of traction you gain against me. So I'm excited to do this, and welcome everyone else that's judging / watching. So appreciate you guys.
Yeah, that's what we like. We like a confident couple of individuals debating. But hey, welcome our three judges today showing up. They can go down the road. King Speech, how you doing, man? I'll start off with you.
What's good, man? Yeah, so I will be here listening. I got my wires crossed because we have a snowstorm, so I had to go see a car today. But I will be listening and judging.
Okay, sounds good. How you doing, Armani?
What's going on? Yeah, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Awesome, appreciate that. And who got it? Welcome, sir. How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. I know I've been MIA, guys. I just finished the Cyber Warrior program, so I will be more active like I was. And hey, Armani Viz, before this is over with, I need your contact, bro. I need to chop it up with you. I got some info for you that you might like.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can, for sure.
Hey, that's what we like, man. We got interconnecting, we got networking going on. Perfect. We want more of that. So yeah, that being said, you heard Dart. He's going to be obviously arguing for Jokic. I have the obviously unenviable task of Kobe, who I'm pretty comfortable with as well. One of my favorite players. But and again, this is I think we goes without saying, Dart, this 3 rounds of 4 minutes apiece. Is that kind of what we had in mind?
Oh, I thought we were going to do 3 and 3, but I guess we can do 3 and 4. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, I mean, either way, but I mean, last thing was like 3 and 4 is just kind of the median there, but we can trim it down in the future. But let's see here. Let's see. So, would Armani, would you or Hoop God be interested in running the stopwatch?
I've got it. I got
Oh,
it.
you got
Yeah,
it.
I'm about to say I can do. I'm trying to get on my computer so I can. So just in case I could do all that. So if Dart don't want to do it, I can.
Dart has to watch it or the actual thing. I think.
Yeah, I wanted to give you guys. Oh, go ahead, Dart.
Oh no! I just have one. I got one that's got all the bells and whistles on it.
Awesome.
Okay. No, I just wanted to chime in. I'm using my phone because I'm away from my house, but as soon as I get home, I'll switch over to my laptop. So if you guys do see me like just drop out, I'll be right back in shortly.
That's what I'm trying to do as we speak. I'm trying to jump in on my PC so I can come through clear and not sound like I'm all over the phone, but my computer acting a little slow today. So.
Oh God! Hey guys, you guys got to give me a minute. My son had an accident, so I'm sorry. This was like the worst timing. Can you just chop it up for a minute? I'll be right back.
Yeah, for sure.
Nah, hurry up, man. Nope.
Yeah. All good, man.
Nah, it's all good. Actually, that would give me time to jump on my computer real quick and try to.
Yeah. You guys take care of whatever you need. No rush.
Jump in. Let me. Damn.
Just give me time to redo my entire argument here.
Hold on. I want to hear this argument. How he gonna do it? I'm gonna make sure I ain't gonna be biased, and whoever make the most sense.
Oh, hey, that's what it's all about. Yeah,
I want to hear how he gonna put this angle on it, cause, I already know you coming in with the low C angle. I already know that's gonna be in there somewhere.
Oh yeah, that'll be any and everything will be covered here. Just for the audience here, guys. Yeah, today you heard what the topic is. We're going to be debating. Now, this is important, guys. Like, also, like it's the theme here, right? We've kind of gone away from best, right? When we're talking about things like playoff runs or teams, right? It's basically about who's greater because that can span more of like a era to era thing, and it's more like just a more encompassing word. Right? So that's what we're going to chat about right now, and then. Yeah, everyone in the comments, welcome. Awesome. Thanks for showing up. And yeah, like what's your while we wait for everyone to get settled, what's your initial as far as the audience goes, like what's your early bets? Who do you think, just out of if you're familiar with those playoff runs, who do you guys think will come out on top, or give us some early thoughts about that? And we'll see what our judges think there after all the evidence here is going to be presented. And yeah, so Rose is going to be listening there. Oh, there he is. Put him right back up here. Big Hawk says, glad he ain't asked me to judge Kobe, always winning the argument. Hey, man, I hope to propel Kobe to victory today. And yeah, he's one of my favorite players too. But yeah, if you Armand, since you want to plug in just to while we do waiting.
Say that again.
If you want to just go ahead and plug in your channel while we wait for everyone.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to hear how he gonna come in this angle. I'm not gonna be biased, but if he can make it sound good, that means you better not slip, brother.
Do my best.
You better not slip, because I know he gonna poke holes. He definitely gonna poke holes in the first round, because I think because they faced the Thunder that first round, right? Yeah, they swept the Thunder.
OKC, yeah. It was tough.
They swept the Thunder.
Well, we're gonna learn, right? They're gonna it's up to them to tell us what had happened.
But I want to see. The thing is, I don't like this argument because I need to be unbiased in this though. That's
it is, man. Just be unbiased. Just judge the argument. So they were 2 great playoff runs, but we want to be arguing. You know what I mean?
I gotta persuade me, brother.
What best here?
All right. Remember, unbiased judging, impartial judging. That's what we need.
Yeah. I'm gonna go off with it. Yeah, but I don't know.
Are you back in the U.S.?
Oh yeah. I'm back in the U.S., man. It's snow. I got 10 inches of snow here in New York, man. That's what I'm saying. Like,
there you go.
My man, Ro, man. Yeah, talk all that big Willie stuff now, Ro. Talk all that Big Willie stuff now. I'm on the beach. I'm in Brazil. Yeah, that Big Willie stuff ain't talked about now. My man back in that. So come get this snow.
I'll be back in a few months, so it's all good.
Man, hold this snow, dog. I ain't trying to hear that. Hold this snow, brother. My man said he gonna be. My man was loving it down there. Damn, y'all got snow up there, man. I'm enjoying pina coladas out here. You know what I mean? Me and my wife, yeah. Enjoy that shovel and that salt now.
Hey, I told you I'll be back to reality, man. I told you I'll be back
you
to
definitely
reality.
did.
It's all good though. Listen, man. What's Christmas without snow, bro? What's Christmas season? What's New Year's?
Man, we got ice over here, man. I just had to
I can't
to my door to get out this ice.
I can't do no tropical Christmas, bro. It don't feel right. I know you brothers in Hawaii are used to good enough, who've been in Hawaii, but I can't do no tropical. It just don't feel right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you with that, brother.
Hey, King Ro, you said you in Mount Vernon?
Well, yeah, I'm headed to I'm in the Bronx, but I'm headed to Mount Vernon. I gotta look at a car real quick.
Stand clear of the closing door, please.
Wait. Let me make sure I'm saying it right. So you headed to money earning Mount Vernon?
I'm headed to money on Mount Vernon, right there.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
we're right there where Heavy D did the video. I lived out there for years, so I know it very well.
Indeed.
Yeah, brother. What made y'all come up with this debate, though?
So this is going to be a new series that we're doing. Because we were doing with RIP CW. We were doing between me and
the rest of the show,
which was the biggest meltdown or letdown series. Dart and I are starting this series where it's basically which one was greater, and so we're going to try to hopefully kind of get this into where we have a bunch of people, doing like bracket debates and things like that. So if the goal with these is to do outline debate which is greater of whatever you pick, right? Player versus player, runs,
or that's me.
Without necessarily trying to tear down. But yeah, this is gonna be the first.
Oh, you might as well set me and Ro up after this, because me and Ro gotta have this Tim Duncan discussion. I don't like that.
We'll get that.
I don't like that. Me and Herm, one of them two, because Herm got Tim Duncan. Herm got Tim Duncan even lower than that, and I like the. I mean, I can debate. I haven't debated in a while, so I know y'all kind of do your things differently. I'm more like a discuss type of dude, but I'll step in the ring for a debate. You know what I mean? Because all my stuff off the dome, y'all guys be bringing all these notes and these facts. I was looking like, whoa, what? Barbershop style, baby. I don't know all this stuff. Y'all bringing these numbers. I mean, I know a lot of numbers, but some of the things, some of these debates I be watching, box plus minus. I be like, come on now, man. I'm like,
oh yeah, you'll hear a lot of that,
but I know. I watch a lot of debates. I see how people be getting down with it. So.
That's what we want to hear, man. Like, people calling each other out. That's perfect. Like, we put in for next week, and we put in some time slots, man. And we we'll be the judges for you. Whatever you want, I'll set that up for you. 100%.
I'm gonna have to come correct, because if I debate her with this Tim Duncan stuff, or no, I'll probably just come off the top of the dome, or something, or where it can be small and condensed, like a 2-minute round or something like that.
Hey, whatever you need, yeah.
Where I can just get my point across.
We'll set it up. I'll be the judge.
Get my point across or whatnot. But yeah, I'm gonna have to come with more information though, because the debate style is much more different than discussion style. So
yeah.
I'm gonna let you know. You heard that, Ro? We got had this Tim Duncan debate, brother.
Yeah, Ro. He says you're a blasphemer because you don't have Tim Duncan.
I'm with it.
I could do it back to back. I could do either you. I mean, shit. We could do it two-way.
Wait. That's you that had the graph with Jokic and Tim Duncan.
No, I had a graph with Carl Anthony Towns and Tim Duncan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
A lot of people got mad at that, but people don't realize, like, I wasn't necessarily getting at Tim Duncan. More so that I was getting at Knicks fans that don't appreciate that. Hey, at the end of it, Carl Anthony Towns does put up pretty good numbers, but sometimes you gotta, you gotta throw these comparisons out there.
Stand clear of the closing door,
I just was debating with Allen Iverson haters. Y'all love the numbers, but y'all don't really understand the game.
That's why I did the Joker thing the other day. I did the Joker
Yeah,
thing
well,
just to
that's
troll.
what I took from it when I commented. Because I was the one that put I think it was like the 667 game differential. But credit to you because you actually went back. You was like, okay, well, this is Tim Duncan pretty much playing the same amount of games as Karl Anthony Towns. So yeah, that's what I took from it though. But okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was you who got to make that comment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've been trying to find your channel for the longest. I found Steam. I found everybody's channel. I haven't found yours. So I'm going to link up with you, man. Definitely.
Most definitely. Yeah. Like I said, I got to get back on the algorithm, man.
I got you.
My information is just my name too. If you want to chop it up, it's just Armani Viz on TikTok, Discord.
Same here.
It's the same everywhere.
Yep. No doubt.
All right.
All right. Y'all ready?
Here for a turn. Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey guys, I'm gonna drop you guys backstage, the judges. That way we can see the timer, so we know where we're at.
Yep.
All right. And we have your guys, and yes, for the audience, guys, we will have people voting too. So just for fun. But yes, did you want to go first, Dart, or either way?
I don't. I have no preference. Do you have a preference?
I think I went first. I think you went first last. I can go first this time.
Okay. That works for me. I'm gonna have the 10-second timer.
Yeah.
And then it'll go into it with the bell.
Perfect.
Alrighty.
3, 2, 1.
All right, guys. So, hey, as you see, it's 20 Jokic versus 2010 Kobe Bryant right now. Okay, so basically, this is going to be a little bit different, guys, because it's again, I'm arguing about Kobe. Obviously, we're here in many ways. I'm a precedent that's not just greater than Jokic's 23 runs. Okay, in many ways, this stands alone as one of the most singular, greatest playoff achievements in NBA history. Okay, that 2010 run. Now, right off the bat, this is not about denying Jokic's brilliance, okay? He was statistically phenomenal, as my opponent is definitely going to highlight, okay? But playoff greatness, especially playoff greatness, isn't defined by just clean box scores and numbers alone. We all know that as basketball fans, right? There's a lot of boxes to check. It's defined by offensive and defensive responsibility, overall degree of difficulty, context, and especially competition. These are the things that separate mere statistical dominance from actual true postseason mastery. Okay. And so when you evaluate those factors honestly and reflect, right, Kobe's 2010 run doesn't just edge Jokic's, it outclasses nearly every other run before or since. Okay. Let's get into it a little bit. Okay. So we can frame this about how we're going to go. Kobe Bryant averaged 29 points, 6 boards, 5.5 assists across 23 games in 2010. He elevated his basically overall stat line from the regular season, okay, as he always did, just about. Leading the entire postseason that year in total points. But the numbers alone don't capture the reality of what he faced. Kobe wasn't scoring against soft coverages or mismatches. He was scoring against the toughest defensive gauntlet any superstar has ever faced, relative to era, position, personnel, and scheme. Okay. Now, just to give you an overview that we'll deep dive into later. Okay. Kobe, he went against 3 of the top 10 defenses in the league that year. Number 3, OKC. Number 7, Utah. Number 1 in the finals in, again, a hideously stacked Boston team. Now, they did go against Phoenix, who wasn't in the top 10, but they did have also the number 1 offense in the league. Okay, talk about individual defenders. Again, these are the guys that were routinely guarding Kobe, the guys that were moved to different teams to guard Kobe. Guys like Tony Allen. They had, who, again, obviously, Kobe said was the best defender he ever faced. Guys on the Jazz like Rodney Brewer, Wesley Matthews, and Andre Kirilenko, who, again, Kobe said the latter gave him fits sometimes. He loved competing against him. You had a seasoned Grant Hill and Jason Richardson, who were both two-way players, right? At that point, obviously, Grant Hill wasn't prime. That team was still feisty. You had Paul Pierce and Ray Allen, 2 of the then best perimeter defenders in the game. And that also that was anchored by Kevin Garnett, okay, who was still playing at a DPOY level. No superstar has ever had to score against this many elite defenders in a single postseason. Okay. Kobe willed that Lakers team to a finals. And again, we'll go into this and unpack this more with no spacing, a bottom 5 scoring bench, a center playing on basically one leg in Bynum, and his own injuries he was battling from the last 2 years, his finger, knee, ankle, back. Meanwhile, and again, this is just a preface, Jokic faced the 25th, 13th, 12th, and 9th defenses, none elite, okay? And so relative to the defensive difficulty, no superstar has ever had a tougher scoring burden, okay? Especially when you talk about a team that was constructed around a shooting guard. Not, again, and we'll go into that in round 2.
All right, well, to start it off, you're talking about all these teams that had low defensive ratings or defensive or rated a certain amount with the teams for defense. They still were the best teams that went to the playoffs just because they must have had some pretty good offense to be able to counter that. But you're right. There's all these other things that you got to consider within this debate. But how are you judging the competition across time? I want to know the specifics of that, of what your criteria is in judging what that is. You talked about Kobe playing the Jazz. I think they played a young OKC team, and the run Phoenix Suns, and they had that Celtics. But you're talking about Tony Allen. What about Joker's opponents, all who were awarded more defensive awards in comparison for direct position matchups? But thanks for having me. First, Nikola Jokic's 2023 playoff run was greater than Kobe Bryant's 2010. Greatness is defined as ability, quality, or eminence considered above the normal or average. I'm going to focus my argument on these 3 aspects of basketball greatness and define each as I speak on them. All these aspects, Jokic is more convictive evidence that Kobe Bryant in having a greater playoff run due to his dominance, which is to be commanding, controlling, or prevailing over all others. Dominance is the easiest way to distinguish all-time greats against each other through time, due to variations of rules players play and other factors that occur during different times and spaces. And I brought up some of these awards that were brought up, and I'll get more specific in a future round about that. The debate is not about which player would have performed better against each other in the playoffs. It's about whose run was greater across all time in consideration of the NBA. To start, Jokic had greater ability than Kobe Bryant in their runs. Ability meaning the talent, skill, or proficiency in a particular area is dominated heads up by Jokic with few exceptions. This is centered around Jokic's individual play and statistical output during the 2023 playoffs versus Kobe's 2010. First, Jokic outperformed Kobe in rebounds, assists, and blocks for total of the 5 major stats in the playoffs, which is the majority of them if you do direct stat comparison. Jokic outperformed Kobe in all of the 5 major stats for per game in the playoffs, except for steals. So not only did he have more totals, he also had more points per game, and he also had 4 out of 5 for points per game, and that includes assists. Jokic outperformed Kobe in triple doubles with 10-0, 10 triple doubles in that run versus Kobe 0. Jokic had a higher effective field goal percentage with .591 to Kobe's .506, 2-point field goal percentage with .568 to .487, and 3-point percentage with .461 to .374. Significant efficiency differences in favor of Nikola Jokic. Jokic had a 50-point game and 2 40-point games during this playoff run. Kobe, known for his scoring prowess, in contrast, only had 1 40-point game during his. And you talked about him carrying the load. I would think he would be scoring more if that was as true as you're claiming. Jokic, although listed as a center, outperformed Kobe in assists, like I was saying. Jokic attaining over 5 assists 15 times in comparison to Kobe's 10 times. Additionally, Jokic's team was plus 169 during this playoff run when he was on the floor in comparison to Kobe's plus 98, another wide margin. Jokic simply showed greater ability than Kobe in context of these playoff runs. It's not even close.
All right, guys. So, hey, as you can say, my opponent is basically actually just reinforcing what I said from round 1, where he's talking about he admits that Kobe Bryant was going against far better defenses, both on paper and positionally, right? He's talking about how Kobe didn't score enough points, but he led the entire playoffs in points scored against far better competition and defense, as we've discussed. Again, he really just started to lean on the statistical dominance, which, again, I said that would happen. But as he also agreed, it's about far more than that. And Kobe has all those boxes checked. And again, he's basically just admitted that. He's going to focus on that. But we're going to go ahead and talk about, again, everything that we started from round one, okay? We're going to emphasize why the degree of difficulty, Kobe's responsibility to that team, and why the actual competition isn't even close, okay? And so basically, as we've both outlined, Kobe's 2010 path wasn't just tough, it was historically brutal. And Jokic's 2023 path wasn't just easier, it was actually historically soft, okay? Kobe went through the 50-win OKC Thunder with 3 future MVPs and scoring leader Kevin Durant that year. And also that was the only year ever Kevin Durant played all 82 games. 53-win Utah, 54-win Phoenix with the number 1 offense and 2 top 10 MVP finishers in Stoudemire and Steve Nash. Okay, a 50-win Boston team with the number 1 overall defense, 3 Hall of Famers, and arguably the 3 best perimeter defenders in that era, or at least in that year. Okay, now also Kobe of the 2010 Lakers joined the 1995 Rockets as the only 2 teams ever to beat 4 50-plus win teams on their way to a title. Okay, now contrast that with Jokic's path in 23, the 42-win Minnesota Timberwolves, 45-win Suns, 43-win Lakers. Okay, and then a 44-win 8-seeded Miami team. Okay, without Tyler Hero, they were the worst scoring team in the league, 25th in offensive rating. Okay, and then they were ninth in defensive rating. Now, on paper, that would seem okay, right? And we also heard mention about a couple of players that went head up with Jokic, but he talked about Rudy Gobert and Bam, right? Adebayo. Rudy is an elite rim protector, but he's also a drop coverage big who struggles when forced to defend in space. We saw that during that run. Jokic dragged him away from the rim, forced him into handoffs, makes him guard horizontally. None of the things that Gobert was ever, because Jokic has a lot of finesse. His skill transcends Rudy's ability to guard him. Same thing with an undersized Bam. He's mobile, but again, Jokic could shoot over him, steal him, punish him on switches. Miami had to send help regularly, which opened up Denver's cutters and shooters. Okay, Bam's effort is elite, but physically he gave up a lot of size, strength, and length that entire matchup. Jokic feasted on him. Okay, Kobe's path was a gauntlet. Jokic's path was a runway. Okay, now as we go on, we're going to talk a little bit about what is going to reinforce that, right? You already heard the gauntlet. You heard the disparity in their path to the actual championship, right? It's night and day. That's not, my opponent's not even trying to debate that. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about their actual squads. Okay, and how it makes reinforces Kobe's greatness and his ability as an injured shooting guard, not only to be statistically excellent, but again, how great he was to be able to carry that roster, even though they're defending champions, to yet another title, basically against many of the odds there.
3,
okay.
2, 1.
I didn't reinforce that he played against these defenses that was what made it harder. You're talking about a lot of team stats, and we're talking about positionally, individually speaking. You just talked about the quality of the players that he was going against. A 3 or 4 time defensive player of the year, and Rudy Gobert, Bam Adebayo, Anthony Davis, who you didn't mention. You could put in DeAndre Ayton in there as well. The aspect of it is that individually speaking, who he came up against had more statistical titles for defense. They had more defensive player of the years. And during the time, they were all fantastic. And there's a lot of context for how those teams weren't doing very well. So the Minnesota Timberwolves, you want to talk about players, they had Anthony Edwards, and they had Rudy Gobert coming in on a trade, and then they had Karl Anthony Towns. You wanted to talk about Bam Adebayo, they also had Jimmy Butler on that team. In addition, you had Anthony Davis with LeBron James, who they just ran through. who coming off a couple years prior to that with an NBA championship. And then DeAndre Ayton with the Suns that I was talking about. They also had Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant, when he did play, when they all played together, were 8-0, and they were coming into the playoffs like that. So you're using these records as trying to say he had a harder run to go through it. I just don't think that without the context really makes sense. And there's proof to say that the guys that he played against in respect to the individual matchup, because it's an individual playoff run, were stronger defensively. But Nikola Jokic's playoff run is more eminent than Kobe Bryant's. Eminence meaning a position of prominence or superiority applies to Jokic with his unique performances, players he defeated, and story leading up to the playoffs. I mentioned all the great players that he went against. Anthony Davis was a 3-time block champion. He also defeated other players, again, that I mentioned that are prominent during that time that were the best in the league. You can't judge across time and space in respect to who was better or not. All of these guys I mentioned, they all have a plethora of awards, just like the guys of the past that you were talking about. But in the individual ones, Jokic, even though he dominated them, which you gave credit for because that's what a great individual run does, is you're able to dominate your individual matchup, let alone the teams that you faced. I don't understand what the issue is with that. And you're talking more team totals when you talk about these teams. I've heard you barely talk about any of this individual stuff because you're not mentioning the stats. You're not mentioning the individuals with their awards who he directly came up against. And you're talking about team stats without the context. But also, going back to the triple doubles, he broke the all-time playoff record for a single season when he got 10. In that playoff run that Kobe Bryant went, he had 0. He had 0 triple doubles, just to reinforce that. He's the only player to lead the playoffs in totals and points, rebounds, assists, and win shares in a single playoff run. That's the most that nobody's ever done that before. He was able to do that. In comparison to the most eminent stage of it all, the NBA Finals, the most renowned part of the Finals, Jokic surpassed Kobe in points, rebounds, and assists, almost doubling with rebounds for 14-8 and assists with 7.2 to 3.9. That's let alone blocks. Additionally, that season, Jokic lost the MVP bidding to Joel Embiid, which arguably got him to have such a great playoff run, kind of similar to the Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson situation in the mid-'90s. He was able to get that drive, go through it. It was a really debatable MVP vote, and it really pushed him to get there.
All right, guys. So, again, you guys have seen, I know that you guys are actual basketball fans. You guys have watched both of those series. And, I mean, there's really, as far as the positional matchups, and again, as they're broken down, that it's not really even close. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. The positional matchup, you just want to say who guarded who straight up. As far as the harder matchups, it's Kobe by a mile. That's on paper. That's just eye test. That's everything. You want to go accolades, achievements, overall, 100%. Now, what we're also talking about is we're going to reinforce exactly what Kobe had to. Not only he's an undersized guard. He's not going to be a triple double machine. It's never been his MO, right? We don't judge players by triple doubles, right? As my opponent seems to want to. We judge by eye test, how you lead, how it's your scoring. Like, what do you do to actually get your team over the hump? And we do that by saying also what's around you, right? What do you have to work with? Greatness is defined by what you have to overcome, again, to become that champion, especially the back-to-back champion, right? Against some of the toughest competition ever, okay? He dealt with Bynum on one leg, his own injuries, as we did. Ron Artest was in decline. He had plantar fasciitis. Odom's back, shoulder issues. Fisher's age and limitations. No one else could create their own shot. He had a bottom 5 scoring bench, as we talked about as well. Again, protract that to Jokic. Jokic had, elite spacing. At least 4 other people on that team were shooting 35% from the three-point line or better. Again, fantastic roster protection. Again, no major injuries. A deep, consistent bench that can actually make up for his defensive liabilities. Okay, guys like Bruce Brown. Again, all these guys who were complementary to him. Jamal Murray averaged 26 points a game and actually led the team in scoring for 2 of those series during that run. Okay, and again, Kobe had during those 3 years there. Okay, Kobe carried a broken roster through a historic gauntlet. Jokic led a perfectly constructed roster through a soft path. In fact, guys, That year's Denver Nuggets are the only team in NBA history, okay, to face no 50-win teams on their way to a championship. Okay, you heard that correctly. Only team ever to do it. Historically soft. Again, going against undersized guys who couldn't match up well, guys who didn't have the same team makeup, and again, stars that Jokic had around him that year. Okay, now again, the debate comes down to one simple truth: Nikola Jokic had the cleaner numbers. That's not being debated. But Kobe Bryant had the harder job. Okay, the playoff run wasn't built on perfect spacing, health, or perfectly constructed roster. It was built on resilience, shot making, and willing a broken team through a historic gauntlet. A recap: he faced a 3-7-1 defense. Okay, that's not just playing the what if game. That's what happened. Okay, he was beating the tougher competition. Okay, he battled elite defenders every round. Meanwhile, Jokic faced, again, no 51 teams, and the only champion ever to do so, like we just talked about. Okay, one of these runs was legendary. Okay, and the other was just efficient. Okay, Kobe's 2010 playoff run stands as one of the greatest postseason achievements in NBA history. And again, we do that as a basketball fan. You guys are all fans. We know that extraordinarily hard it is to construct a team around just a guard. But Kobe was out there playing both ends, playing more minutes, playing, again, heavy assignments every single night. He powered that team, which really had no business going back to the finals through that kind of competition. And now we see that basically how it juxtaposes to how more impressive that was than what Nikola Jokic did there in every aspect other than statistically. Okay, he did it through better teams. He did it with less help. He did it again with all zone.
All right, so you're still not giving any evidence. You just brushed over my claims about the criteria of better defenders versus who they individually matched up against when I actually brought evidence. Again, we're talking individual playoff runs. You're talking about this team makeup, but I'll get into that since you've been talking about it. You want to talk about who's around you and the injuries that occur. That's what happens every year. You can talk about how it's markedly great, but because somebody dominates, that's what makes a playoff run great. And in comparison, for the team individually and just eminence-wise, Jokic has that in spades against Kobe Bryant. I'm going to define that even more so with the quality of his play in a moment. And you talked about he had a greater team that enabled him. I'm going to get into that too, about on paper whose team was greater. And you said you claimed that Kobe's team wasn't complimentary to him, or you made that insinuation. Every team in the NBA is complimentary to their star. That's kind of a ridiculous claim. You're penalizing Jokic for being dominant. And like I said, he was also essentially the point guard of that team. He carried that team. You talked about Kobe Bryant carrying that team. Jokic was rebounding the most on his team. He had the most assists on his team. He was scoring pretty much the most on his team for, in total for the playoffs. And he also played great defense too, just not the type you may have liked to see, and that's backed up by numbers. But Jokic was a better quality player than Kobe Bryant. Quality, the degree to which an object or entity satisfies a specified set of attributes or requirements. This is identified through somebody's success and in the team and in the playoffs. And I'm going to describe that. How he had better quality contributions to his team. First, Jokic's playoff run and championship run only came with 4 losses compared to Kobe's 7. That's more dominant. That's more effective. And that's my claim that what makes a greater individual playoff run. To reinforce some of the statistical totals from my first round, Jokic played 3 less games than Kobe, potentially affecting those differences where Kobe led in those total stats. In 3 more games, I may have put Jokic above him in all of the 5 major stat categories. Second, coming in these runs, Jokic was the only player on his team that received any votes or received any awards on his team. Kobe had Pau Gasol, who was an all-star and all-NBA player, along with Meta World Peace receiving Defensive Player of the Year award votes, and Lamar Odom for 6 Man of the Year awards. That's something to say that he didn't have as much help. That's in direct contrast when the Nuggets didn't have anybody receiving awards other than Jokic. And he also only was all-NBA second team, and then he got MVP number 2. For advanced stats, cited for measuring player quality of play during the playoffs, Jokic outclasses Kobe in nearly all of these aspects. Jokic outperforms Kobe and VORP in respect to the playoffs, 3 to 2.1, box plus minus 12.8 to 7, which is nearly double. Win shares and win shares per 48 with 5 to 3.6 and 0.305 to 0.190. And as of note, Kobe didn't even have the highest win shares or win shares per 48 that playoff run Pau Gasol did on his own team. This also occurred with Jokic having a lower usage rating than Kobe Bryant, although having all those assists and all the scoring, all those points, he still didn't have the ball as much and do as much individually, but he still produced more. Additionally, Jokic had better offensive and defensive ratings than Kobe individually, with 129 to Kobe's 115 and 108 to Kobe's 109. Jokic had more quality contribution to his team's success than Kobe Bryant. He was more dominant than Kobe Bryant in these two separate playoff runs. And Jokic's 2023 run was greater than Kobe Bryant's 2000.
Okay. Got everything out there, guys. And so, hey, you guys heard it in the chat. Type in what do you think is going on, and we'll hear from our judges. But yeah, hey, first, Dart, how do you feel? How do you think you did overall?
I feel a little rusty. I haven't really had a basketball discourse in some time. Ro, can you mute your mic, please? So I felt a little rusty. I still feel like I got the information out. I think I'm typically more convictive. And I think I could have done better. However, I still think I did enough. I think I did more than enough to win. I think it's just more of a internal critical aspect of this.
Awesome. Likewise, I feel like it was a great debate. Obviously, two fantastic runs to work with there, and I feel confident as well. But let's kick it off. Let's see who wants to hit us off. Ro, would you like to go first with your overall take and judgment?
Yeah, real quick. Good debate. Travis, he 30'd you, dog. He 30'd you. And I look at debates as building your house, right? Building your house and then building your case. You played defense the whole time. You spent two rounds basically highlighting the competition, and you never really got into Kobe's statistics. And you never, just saying he had easier competition. Well, I mean, that's relative, and you can only play who's in front of you. But Dart built a better house. So Dart was bringing up the stats, so he was bringing up everything else. And so he won all 3 rounds. I was waiting for you to have a great third round because you set up the first 2 rounds, but it never came. So I got 3-0 Dart.
Okay, that's not good for your boy. Let's see. Let's go to Armani. What do you think, man?
Next stop,
I give Bro, mute your mic, bro. I give Dart the first round. I think your first round was more like an intro. It wasn't really like saying nothing. And I gave you the last 2 rounds because I think, you played defense, but your defense diluted Dart's points and it countered a lot of his things. Basically, your point was Joker's only run was only impressive because of his competition. And I think, in the argument, that's pretty a valid angle to use. It's a risky one, but you countered all his angles, basically the diluting his stats, making it seem like his competition was the only reason why he got those stats, and that was the only reason why he was able to perform that. I do agree, Ro, you could have highlighted more Kobe. I mean, you did enough. You did both. You did enough to diminish Joker's point as far as his numbers, and you hit Kobe's just enough to give it a little bit something for the Kobe fans out there. So I give it 2-1 you because I think you did a lot to counter his points. The competition do matters to me. I feel like it do matters, and I think Dart definitely he highlighted Kobe's help and the defensive players and Joker and all that, but he doesn't acknowledge Jamal Murray leading the team and scoring for like damn near averaging 30 for like 2 series or whatnot, which I think is important to have in the highlight. And Bruce Brown and Michael Porter Jr. He didn't highlight those guys like he was able to highlight your guys or whatnot. So I think the defensive angle was good. I think you counted a lot of his points. Definitely the first round he came out crushing, but you rebutted a lot of his points. And I like that angle. I like that angle more, but Dart, I don't think you rusty. He definitely is cool. You definitely sharp in my opinion. But I like the defensive angle more though. You counted a lot of his points, and I think, like I said, it's a risky way to go, but I think you did a good job executing it that way because it make it seem like you just downplayed this. You did a good job downplaying Joker's relevance to me.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. That's again great take by Armani, and he gets 1-1 for judges. And Hoop God is going to be the deciding guy. What do you think, Hoop God?
I will not be the deciding factor. Hold on, okay. Let me say this, man. So first off, I'm listening for the facts, the manner and method and substance, which both you gentlemen brought. So shout out to y'all. Now to actually get, I guess, more so what I'm listening for. Now, Dart, how you was presenting Jokic, again, I think one of those legendary performances, so I'm right there with you. To his credit, Jokic did have more spacing, which that's something that I've always acknowledged, that kind of works against Kobe. And when I'm listening to this discussion, that's what I was kind of like, okay, I know one guy's going to emphasize more spacing versus less spacing. I think both of y'all knocked that out the park. But the only thing that I just slightly disagree with you on, Dart, that I have to favor with Kobe. Two guards aren't really going to be known for the triple doubles. They're more so the guys that are going to come through in the clutch. Like, if I can preface Isaiah Thomas, when you get into that fourth quarter, right, and there's like you're up by 2, but you need a guy to get him the ball and make a 3-point lead, stretch it out to a 7-point lead or 8-point lead, right? That's more so Jamal Murray. Not saying Jokic doesn't have the capability to do it, but that's where Jamal Murray was starting to, make a name for himself in that endeavor. So I had to favor Kobe on that side, but where I did favor with Jokic was his usage rate. I mean, the team went as he went. I mean, I think that's incredible to lead the entire playoffs in points, rebounds, assists, and win shares. I mean, that's something Wilt never did. Credit to Jokic. But all in all, I do have to be objective and say Kobe had to navigate not only a tougher conference, degree of difficulty, but just looking at how you were able to play more aggressive defense, right? I don't believe Jokic has ever seen that type of defensive intensity that Kobe was facing in each round, first round, second round, Western Conference Finals, and then ultimately the NBA Finals. And I know I kind of lagged out, but I was just gonna ask real quick. Did you also acknowledge that Kobe had to overcome a 3-2 deficit in that 2010 finals? Because that's I was listening for, but like I said, I
neither
might
one of
have
them
missed
mentioned
it.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I mentioned in contrast that the Jokic losing less games made his run more dominant, a better playoff run. So I didn't mention that directly, but yeah.
Okay. And then to record the 10 triple doubles in a single playoff run, I did not know that Dart. So I do appreciate you. I'm writing that down for my whole Jokic narrative for a later debate. And I will shout you out for that, because when I heard that, I was like, oh, let me make sure I get this wrote down. But just for the sake of the convo, I do have to favor Kobe. It's just that 50 wins in all 4 rounds is crazy. And y'all know how I feel about Hakeem. He's the only other guy to do that. Like, that was crazy work. But I like how you guys...
You've got here's the question though. Are you saying you like Kobe more, or do you think that Travis won the debate? Because that's the question.
Yeah.
Who do you think won the debate?
Yeah, so that's why I said I'm leaning towards Travis in that aspect, because I was waiting for that to say how many people have navigated 450 win teams in a single playoff run, right?
Just you,
And
baby.
how that was presented, like I'm saying I'm just going with the presentation, right? But like I said, I'm looking at positives for both, and then I'm looking at the takeaways. Like, yeah, true enough, Kobe's efficiency wasn't up there, but to be fair to the combo, I won't compare a center's field goal percentage to a guard,
Yeah.
seeing that the guard he's at a disadvantage. But like I said, I'm not knocking Jokic because again, I still think it's phenomenal. Like if I'm not mistaken, he went 50, 40, 80 in that playoff run as far as his shooting splits. Crazy work,
Yes, he did.
But
With
yeah,
damn near
I'm
triple.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, just all of that.
Sweet deal.
Now, there's two, and this is my thing, right? And I thought Dart did a better job in the debate. I think it's one thing with I think both with Dart, both of y'all left meat on the bone, right?
Yeah, I agree.
The competition, right? The competition. He plays Rudy Gobert in the first round with Karl Anthony Towns. He plays against DeAndre Ayton and Kevin Durant in the second round. He plays against Anthony Davis in the third round, and he plays against Bam Adebayo. So he's playing pretty damn good defenders at his position. And I think if Dart had, I gave Dart it anyway, but I think that's where Dart left a little meat on the bone, especially to counter the Travis.
He mentioned that.
Oh,
I got it wrong.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, damn.
Yeah.
And I presented evidence for my claims why they were better defenders. Again, I lost, but I'm saying that I said this guy had all these defensive player of the years. This guy had block titles. These guys were considered the best defenders in the league at the time, and he ran through all of them in a direct. That's what I said. But
okay. That was round one, right?
No, I think that was round two. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was round one. Yeah, because round one he came out swinging.
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I was right.
I thought Dart dirtied them anyway. I thought you 30 them anyway, but that's the thing. It's like, okay, no 50-win teams, but wait, against these guys, I'm putting up 28, 10, and 8, or 9, or whatever you wound up, averaging. And he did it against that level of competition at position. That knocks down what Travis was doing. So, yeah.
But let me ask y'all guys a question. What do y'all emphasize more, the individual player? Because I was more so because I thought Darga did a great job. I just thought that Travis did a good job countering with his thing. Because once you bring the stats and all that, like you said with Travis, bro, once you do it once, that's pretty much it with that. And I think Dart gave me all the numbers and all that. So my thing is after that, I'm trying to hear what else. Yeah. And he didn't. Like, my thing is, okay, I'm giving him the first round clear because you coming with the stats, you coming with the numbers. Now, Travis took the rebuttal route. So he was rebutting everything he's saying to try to make it seem lesser than that while giving Kobe more acknowledgement to what he did, which was with facts. He didn't really bring too much numbers there, but he made his case more sound and made, So once he gave me the numbers from the first, I'm looking like, all right, bet you got the first round. I mean, you can't really. It's not much more you can do after that. I think if Dart come with the angles to diminish Kobe, or if he would have tried to make the 50-win thing look lesser, then that's all he needed for me was one round. Because I gave Travis the second round. I'm looking at the last round. I was hoping that he'll try to diminish something of Kobe's and not, because you already had the Joker shit in the back. You can't really say much with the numbers. Like Joker watches Kobe with the numbers.
I like debaters to play offense more than defense, and when you bring up the triple double and you bring up the 50-point game plus the 2 40-point games, I think that's another. I think that's another. Yeah,
I think Travis played defense and offense though. It was a little. He gave you enough. He gave you enough for Kobe, and he rebutted a lot.
So something else I wanted to point out. Travis was absolutely spot on with Kobe being the only elite level shot creator that pretty much he didn't have anybody else who could take that pressure off of him. Let's just say, if he just had a struggle game or whatever. Like, I know Powell is great in the front court, but Powell really can't create out there on the perimeter more so like a Jamal Murray can, even though Jokic, more so is dominating on the interior, but he can bring you out, and pose matchup problems. But I think something else that kind of got left out the fray is that when you add in the fact that you have Michael Porter Jr., to me, that's great floor spacing. I won't say elite, but that's great floor spacing. Versus Kobe, he pretty much had like congested, compact lanes. I mean, yeah, you got Fisher out there, but I'm looking in a defensive mind. Okay, I'll live with Fisher shooting a 3 versus Kobe getting in the interior and possibly getting an and one, a foul, and then putting us in the bonus. So let me just make sure I put that out there too. That's something else
Yeah,
that
Porter
I was
shot
kind of
35%
listening
for free
for.
that year. Crazy.
Yeah.
But
Herm, did you
What
watch
up,
the
Herm?
whole debate?
Yeah, I was here the whole time. I felt Travis got control of it from the get go to me. And he kind of predicted everything that was going to happen in the debate. That's why I gave him the debate too. Dog, you did a great job emphasizing a lot of different numbers and stats that people probably never paid attention to when it came to that run. But at the same time, what Travis was emphasizing about Kobe and how he broke down that whole run, how he broke down the competition, which I know most of the people on the panel value as well, the competition, what you got to go through, the story, the whole nine. Kobe overcoming the big three Celtics, the whole nine. But unfortunately, I felt Travis controlled it and had a little more control and for us had it catered to his style for us that debate. I think Dart, you are good with details. So I felt if you would have came with a lot of more details to deflect to rebut a lot of things that Travis was saying about Kobe. Typically, how you normally debate, you probably would have squeezed it out. But I think overall, Travis tailored the debate to his liking and kind of controlled it to the point where that you felt you had to go more with the stats and analytics, in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought he was going to rebut like the last one because he came out the gate with the stats. So as soon as he came out the gate, I didn't think he'll go straight to that because Travis didn't really say much the first round. So once he came out with the stats, I'm looking like, all right, yeah, I already know I'm giving this round to Travis. Rebutted some of that and giving you some points with Kobe. And I thought, like, if he just would have rebutted some of his stuff, or like I said, diminish or just counter some of the stuff he was talking about his competition in comparison to Joker's, which he kind of did with the competition thing, with the individual thing. But I give more credit to like overall team instead of individual dominance, like the DPOYs with Gobert and Anthony Davis. Yes, those guys are individually great, but they still on 40-win teams and stuff like that. So,
Well, I went with the debate being an individual playoff run because I tried to keep it as much to the individual matchups. I did put some team stuff in there, but I tried to correlate it with the advanced stats, how they're used for how it's supposed to talk about your quality and your to helping your team out. So that's how I approached it. I'm not surprised. I agree with Herm that I did not have control of that debate. I feel like I could have done some other things, but again, I felt like a little rusty going into it. I feel like I typically am more prepared, a little bit more sharp with my rebuttals. I feel like I did rebut everything or the important things. I just don't think I did it emphatically or communicated what I was trying to say as well as I could have. I also think everyone's a Kobe fan in here.
No, I was going in it. I swear I was trying to be unbiased.
Listen, I advocate.
I like both guys, but once you didn't rebuttal enough in the last round, I thought because I know you are. I watch your debates.
I am not. So
I watch your debates, so I know you're normally good with the rebuttals.
Just for the sake of the combo.
Well, hey, you know what, guys? What's gonna happen is, hey, I
450 wins.
I appreciate the verdict.
That's tough. And I'm being fair. If Jokic pulled it off, I would argue that for him.
Well, we want to do.
I gave you the first round clear.
Next week, guys, what we're gonna do is, this is like Dart said, we're just both of us actually kind of getting back into the swing of we're gonna be more debate centric on the show. Armani called out. You want to debate her?
Yeah, but I gotta get this strategy done because y'all got a different angle to me. I can have discussions. Debate style is kind of different than what I'm used to. So
what topic you want to debate on?
Oh yeah, why Tim Duncan is top 10?
Oh man, that's easy for me.
I don't think so. I don't think so, Herm. I don't think
Wait,
so.
all you got to do, Marty, is you or Herm message me on whatever platform. And if it's a go, obviously me and Dart will set that up. There's no shortage of judges here, obviously. And, we're going to try and get this to where we have different people, different, times debating, just so we can get kind of an agreement place where people can come and debate things that aren't necessarily LeBron versus Mike, and we'll have themes, and it should be fun. Everyone's welcome. My bad. Sorry. And that'll be fun. But don't want to keep everyone super long, but great debate out of Dart, and I appreciate the judges, everything they had to say. Get everyone's last word if everyone wants to plug in. Dart,
we have a DLB here.
Ooh.
DLB is on the panel. DLB, who do you thought won this debate? DLB.
I have to take Travis.
Yeah, let's go, baby.
No, you're a Kobe fan. Nope. I swear I was going into this unbiased. I thought Dart did a good job, like debating the statistics, the numbers, and all that. But I think a debate is more than just that. I think it's other angles you can go. I think rebuttaling is key to me in a debate.
I agree. Go ahead, DLB. What do you say?
They both did a good job. They both did a good job, in my opinion. They both got the
I think they did.
Appreciate it. That's all we can have. That's all we can hope for, And the debates with us are always tight. Herm knows that. Dart knows that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
entertainment's the purpose, no matter who wins or loses.
I'm just used to Dart being so sharp, though. Knowing that Dart be so sharp and detailed, like it's hard to beat Dart because when he come with all those details like he typically does.
Yeah, probably ain't but none of that shit.
Hey, Herm. He should have debated George Mikan. See, you would have seen Dart in his element then.
Mikan's tough.
That is his strength for sure. Now that is his strength for sure.
Me and Travis debated George Mikan versus LeBron, who's greater once upon.
I think I got lost on that debate.
I understand why you lost though. I really went balls to the wall with all that.
Hey, he has a good argument for that, man. And you always come with it. It's there's no doubt about that.
Hey man, run that shit back.
You better come prepared, man.
Oh no, I am. It's a little bit different than I see how y'all do it. It's a little bit different. I'm gonna have 2 rounds for you. I don't know her. I'm gonna have 2 rounds for sure. I'm a freestyle. I'm gonna come with some numbers. That's what I'm gonna have to say. I'm gonna come with some numbers, and then we can go from there. Because I heard you got them like 15, man. I don't like that, man.
Yeah, man. I don't have them as high as everybody else do, man. I got a 15th, man.
All right, brother. We going well. I'm gonna give me.
Hold on. Wait, who we talking about? Who at 15?
You got Tim Duncan at 15. I got Tim Duncan as one of the 4th greatest players ever.
Wait, hold on, Herm. I just need to know what's the reasoning. Like, you a Laker fan?
I'm just gonna tell you like this. I could throw these names. I could really be nasty and throw you 8 bigs that are better than Tim Duncan.
I gotta hear this.
8 big, big, better like what? Fundamentals or skill wise or numbers?
Both. Like for instance, like we know Wilt is better. We know the person that he's compared to often is Bill Russell. We know Bill Russell is better. We know Wilt Chamberlain is better. In the day, the guy in the same era was whooping him and David Robinson ass. Shaquille O'Neal better than him. Akeem Olajuwon, of course, is better than him. You got guys like George Mikan. When it comes to the greatness, if I be nasty with it, George Mikan is better than Tim.
Hey, wait, Herm, could I interject just one quick second? Are you just doing total bigs, not power forwards?
No. We doing total overall. I got Duncan 15th all time. Period. I think Duncan is great. I just don't have him high like everybody else do because I think a lot of people have a visionist history of what was going on in the 2000s, and I think a lot of people forget about certain things when it comes to Tim Duncan. But that's for the debate for me to enlighten a lot of people on. But
it was an argument with them back then that you had C-Web, KG, and to me, they like the 3 kings, and then you had Sheed on like the 2nd tier. I remember that too.
So
I was a
Herm,
big C Webb guy over all those guys for real, for real.
so
I thought
Herm,
C Webb was the better guy out of all those guys there.
you said Wilt, Bill, Shaq, and who else?
I said Kareem.
Scalabrine.
I said Hakeem. I think Moses Malone is better than Tim Duncan.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, Herm.
If I want to be nasty.
I don't think Shaq better than Tim Duncan. I'm sorry.
Oh, Shaq most definitely better than Tim Duncan.
Dominance don't make you just better,
I
dog.
never. Have you ever seen a team? You know what I'm saying? Basically, get 4 bigs to worry because they worried about Tim Duncan. Man, literally every team in the NBA that was contending was worried about getting 4 centers just to basically 3 out of the 4 go waste fouls on Shaquille O'Neal because they knew they was gonna strategize and put him on the free throw line. That's how.
Yeah, but we also seen a rookie Tim come in there to dominate.
He didn't
as a
dominate
rookie.
his rookie year. He did not dominate his rookie year, and it's a lot of it's a lot of things I could hit you with facts with too.
Hey, so Herm, I'm gonna be out next Saturday because I got a funeral. But are you free Thursday? Because I would like to have a discussion with Tim versus all these bigs you named.
Now it's gonna be overall like every player included though. So with me, why I got Duncan 15th on my list though, I already look at I got a guarantee. I got a guaranteed 5 bigs that's already better than him. So if I got the guaranteed 5, and now I add the other names when I include the Birds, the Magics, the Oscars, the Dr. J's, the Mikes, the Bronze, all those guys. Even the Stephen Currys and all those guys now, how can Duncan be a top 10 player knowing that well you got that going on?
Herm, you ain't hearing me. Herm, I'm challenging you to a gentleman debate. If you free next Thursday,
we gonna have a double up, but then we gonna have a double up matter of fact, I'll give because I called Roe out first, so I'll get Roe, and I can have this debate with Roe. Then y'all can do that. Then we can spin a block, and you can.
But I'm gonna be out next Saturday because, like I said, I got a funeral to go to, so I know I won't
Thursday,
be free.
What time Thursday?
I'm free all day, like whatever your schedule, I can work around it.
And what you want to debate about when it comes to Tim Duncan?
Why is he not a top 5 player? You got my man's 15.
Now that's even easier. That's actually even easier. So I mean, you kind of lighten the load on me. Like, honestly, that's even easier.
George Mikan at a higher peak than Tim Duncan.
He did.
I told y'all Dart is a George Mikan historian. I told y'all.
He did though.
If we do that, then I'll just say Roe. Like you guys can do that, and Roe for sure. I'll get you.
George Mike, one of the most dominant centers too. Yeah, it was. They changed rules for that man. I ain't gonna argue that either. They changed rules for that man.
I'll hit you and Roe up on during the week. We can set it up for Saturday because it'll be a great debate.
All right, bet.
What's up, man?
What's good, man?
What'd you think of the debate? You see the debate, Hawk, or not?
Yeah, I watched it.
What'd you think?
Man, you know exactly what I'm about to say.
I know you are.
You gonna take Kobe?
Hell yeah, I'm taking Kobe. I'm not a Jokic.
How you think they displayed it though, man?
Really,
I like Joker and Kobe, but when we talking about the playoff run.
Truthfully, with the debate, I think it was 2-1 for Kobe. Truthfully, but the I'm just not a Joker fan, and I'm a Kobe fan, so you know I'm gonna be biased with it. But if I'm being unbiased, I truthfully believe it was 2-1 for Kobe. Just the way truthfully, it was mostly off his rebuttals, like you were saying before. It's mostly he refuted most of his evidence.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Dart normally very sharp with it, and I thought he would have did something like to refute anything. He didn't really refute nothing that he said. It was just more like, all right, well, I'm gonna state my case for my guy. And I think Trav did it just enough for Kobe to just, you know what I mean, just to make you be like, oh yeah, he did this, and then he got off the numbers, and then he just countered everything.
Yeah, that, and then you know, like when people make the triple double arguments, I'm really not a fan of triple double arguments. Triple doubles don't necessarily mean you playing winning basketball. That just means that you're putting up good stats. James Harden put up a whole bunch of triple doubles.
But I'll say this though. What I will say, to be fair, when you're dominating when the triple doubles, right? When it's like, to me, when I'm seeing a guy going out there and just playing, doing what does the team need me to do? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Then I
Oh,
value
that
it.
last
Like
night, 2 nights ago.
No.
Jesus Christ.
oh, 56
Yeah.
triple double.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
That
you scored and assisted on 96 points. Like out of 96
no.
points came from him scoring or assisting.
Nah, you're absolutely right with that.
That was
And that
crazy work.
in that context, you're absolutely right. However, to just be like, well, he was putting up triple doubles and Kobe wasn't. It doesn't matter. They both were dominating.
Yeah. See, that's what I meant. Like, and I'm not, and I'm
Yeah.
speaking in general. Like,
Yeah.
when it's
Hell
when it's
yeah.
just when it's
that
just a
definitely matters.
right, when it's just a blanket generalization, then it's kind of like, okay, give me something beneath the surface, right? When
Yeah.
you go into details like what he did the other day, or he set a record, in the playoff run. That to me now, that can stick to the wall. Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Hell yeah.
nobody did that. Even
Yeah,
though Wilt,
I did.
because
I
now,
did do that.
wait,
I did do that.
now I got to check Herm. I got to check his temperature. You say Wilt's so great. Where's Wilt's 10 triple doubles in the playoffs, sir? I don't see it, but Jokic got it.
I mean, Wilt probably was doing quadruple doubles and all that stuff back then that wasn't accounted for. So I mean, you could try to go that angle with Wilt trying.
Wilt was definitely getting triple doubles back then,
how-
dog. With
so-
just
so-
on
so
blocks
how many-
alone.
You could
Come on now, we not doing that.
So how many on record? How many
We
on
not
record?
doing. We not doing that. That's
How
not
many
even a
on
fair
record is
argument, man. That's
crazy,
not
man.
fair.
Hey, you
How
better,
many
you
on
better
record is
ask Dart.
insane.
You better ask Dart. That's
Yeah, right.
That's the wrong kind
No,
of
damn well
argument.
blocks didn't count back then. How many on record?
Oh no! I found the graph. I got it's probably about a 300 game sample size, so it's out there. And matter of fact, Herm, I can send it to you if you need me to. I won't stand on the evidence. I'll share it.
Hey man,
Man, send it. Send it, then, goddammit. Send it.
I love it.
But
See,
you have
nobody
a Duncan
appreciates
five.
that like
I
this.
think it's
Like
I think it's
Jokic.
disrespectful to basketball to have.
Wilt was probably going for like 30, 20, and like 9 or 10 at least. That's crazy.
I think having Tim Duncan top 5, I think that's the worst thing I heard in my life.
Yeah, dog.
Boy, my ears is ringing right now.
Yeah, I got him high. I mean, dominated. He was impactful in all three decades. I said impactful. He was impactful in 3 different decades. You can't say that for 2.
That's
not only impactful, but won titles in 3 different decades.
That's a fact. Well, I'm good as long as you don't put him over Kobe. We good money.
Yeah,
Kobe's the GOAT.
I got him over Kobe. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's crazy.
Nah, I can't put Timmy over Kobe after what
You
he
got
did.
Timmy over Kobe.
Obviously, I think Kobe a better player. I think Kobe a better player, but it's the whole body of work, though. It's just like everything.
But listen, hold on. Who just made the statement about repeating? Kobe, the reason why Tim didn't repeat. So I
agree. Kobe dominated Tim, but we talking about overall career.
The only issue I got, like Tim, the reason that they ain't 4-peat, but after that, Kobe took that personal, and Tim ain't never repeat.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Timmy's still a GOAT though.
Man, I ain't gonna use all the shit.
He's top 3 power forwards.
I'm gonna come with some smoke. I'm gonna come with some smoke.
Don't give us all the cards. Yeah, make sure you keep them spades because I got some too. I got some.
Yeah, I'm gonna come with some stuff. It's gonna be hard for you to counter, Herm. So be ready.
I think that's
you're in our chat, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get everyone in there so we can set up these.
Well, God damn it, I'm not.
Hawk,
put him in. Yeah, put him in there, man.
If I may.
Hey, anybody in contact with Mr. Moss? Because I'm saying I got his contact. I can add him to the chat if y'all are in contact with him.
Hawk, do you have anyone's contact info here?
Ro?
Okay.
Yeah.
Send your stuff to Ro and then or whatever, and then I'm gonna get you guys in there so we can set up like multiple rounds here. So which we're gonna start doing next week.
Damn, Duncan top 5. What the hell?
You gotta get all the smoke cleared out.
Listen, man, you can have Tim wherever you want to, long as he ain't over Kobe.
I'm disappointed in you, Herm.
He was only 2 over Kobe though for me.
What happened?
I mean, I ain't mad if somebody got him over Kobe. I just got him over Kobe because he was.
That's absurd, though, my guy.
Hey, Travis, the same thing people punish Kobe Bryant for, you could punish Tim Duncan the same way.
That's true.
And I got facts with it.
Hey. So what is the one reason that you got him over Kobe, bro?
Just, I think Timmy was a way better person, way nicer, dressed better.
He was what better?
I think that Timmy had, just to me personally, a slightly more impressive resume. I get it.
Yeah.
You talking about because of MVP?
I think he had another MVP. He had another Finals MVP, right?
Uh-huh.
Or Finals MVP. I think he had a better defensive aspect to his game overall, consistently. And I think that
you can pick and choose with that.
It's so close.
That's crazy.
They have such a close resume.
Tim wasn't sliding no puppies. He was taking charges and getting dunked on.
I say you can pick and choose if you prefer the team defender or you prefer the on ball. I prefer Kobe's defense over Tim's.
Dude, I have Kobe higher than most, I think. Honestly.
That is absurd.
Yes.
He's just as good as defender and a better scorer.
That's fair. You can say that. I won't disagree with you.
Oh, no, I'm not even arguing with you because you're just a Duncan fan. I'm arguing with this motherfucker.
Look at this dude in the chat, though. This nigga's talking about LeBron. Oh my god,
man, we not paying him no attention,
not
bro.
even talking about LeBron. He brings it up like, and then if you talk about LeBron, all y'all do is talk about LeBron.
He love him, bro.
That's LeBron fans. They put him in conversation. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
We over here talking about Kobe and Tim Duncan. This dude talking about LeBron. Then if you talk about LeBron, why y'all talk about LeBron?
What he don't want to know is what he don't want to talk about is how Tim done sent Bron home.
Oh yeah,
beat that man twice
with way better teams.
And he couldn't get the job done versus the Suns and the Magic and the Celtics.
And we counting 07 because they only lost by 3-1 at home. Them games was winnable, bro. You gonna stop yelling while I'm on this phone?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, go
they
other way.
Both better than LeBron.
We're gonna debate all that stuff. It's gonna be fantastic. Yes. You guys, I'm gonna hit all of you guys. I'm gonna make sure we're all connected here, and then tentatively.
Hey, Hoop Guy, you got my info, Hoop Guy?
Can I get
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, I'm finna send you something from TikTok. I want you to give me constructive feedback.
All right, send me that, dog.
Yes, sir.
DLB, were you asking something?
I will say this about Tim Duncan. I think he's more top 10 than it. I will say this about. I will say this about.
He's a bad take. You can debate it.
He's more top 10 than Shaq.
I got him higher than Shaq all the time. Hell yeah,
I got him higher than Shaq.
Shaq, one of my favorite players all the time. You talking about career wise?
But we'll do this. Armani and Ro
they can have a higher peak though
for Saturday.
No, I agree with that. Yeah.
But are you gonna stick around, Dart? I have to dip out.
Yeah, I'm about to dip out. I'll probably go live in a minute anyway.
I gotta get going.
Okay. You guys, everyone, plug into everyone's channel here. We got everyone doing it. Obviously, Armani. Thanks for gracing us today. Everyone, check out the channel.
I appreciate y'all having me.
Lord's work.
Hey, yeah, put y'all channels in the chat, man. So
yeah, do it, everyone.
No logic, no bad.
And
then just talk about LeBron all day. Oh, weirdo.
Via Ro, okay.
I just did.
And then, obviously, Herm, you and
you see me on the phone. Why you yelling? Huh?
And we'll do it again next week, okay?
I'm with it.
For sure.
All right, guys. We'll hit everyone.
Take care.
Shout out to Dart, everyone else who gave the judge. Shout out to everyone here, and have a great Saturday. We'll see you guys again on Lights Out, okay? Have a good one.
Great debate.